Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John Megacycle here. Another episode of Tropico 5 coming at you. I was giving our population a little bit of a thought, and we're playing like on a sandbox mode, a little different than most players would play, I suppose. We've been doing this without any real industry. It's been straight up agriculture as our export and animal products as our export as well.
Presidente,
Oh,
flawed patent laws allowed us to discover hot water. Unfortunately, now we are in hot water, as every nation on Earth is patenting left and right to get everything else that is not patented already. Fortunately, the unfolding scandal has left foreign tourists with the impression that there will be hot water in their hotels and attractions, and we can use that.
So anyway, taking a look at our population gap, or cap I should say, one of the reasons I can understand why the game would have a population cap is to force you to move on to the next era in terms of industry. You have less people, you need to do more jobs, make more money, that sort of thing. So I can actually see why, as we take our illiterate civilians, our citizens, and excuse me, get them moved up the education chain, so to speak. That actually makes a whole lot of sense. But we changed it to 4,000, and hopefully that'll help. That'll help a couple things. I'm noticing I'm running a little bit in the red, so I'm gonna have to make a couple of changes. Our happiness is really good, 72% approval rating. I'm really happy with all these numbers. Entertainment could probably use some doing. We don't have very many unemployed citizens. A lot of open jobs still, so I'm kind of hesitant to go really crazy on building a ton more industry and such. Homeless? No, what did I want? Housing, shacks. Where are a lot of the shacks? Are there just not enough houses, or there's not enough jobs? There's plenty of housings. There's just not enough jobs right here, I take it. Well, there's jobs right here. Oh, and it disappeared. The second I wanted to look into it, it just disappears. Okay, let's make some changes to our budget. I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble trying to maintain positives. You probably shut off Social Security because I have no idea how much that actually costs. In terms of the economics in the Almanac, it does have expenditures listed, but it doesn't have like a really good breakdown of this is what you spent money on. This was construction. This was whatever. This has all resource overviews and incomes, but this doesn't really say much. Are we still importing anything? We're not. Anything we can export. Export pineapples to the USA. Not much of a change here, but this doesn't make anyone else mad at us. So I'm just going to do that. I'm not doing wool, natural gas, iron, bauxite. None of that's happening. Is there a good thing I can buy and then resell? I could buy natural gas from Venezuela and then sell it to the United States. Oh my gosh, everything's gonna make everyone mad. Actually, this natural gas is actually cheaper than default price. Okay, iron and bauxite are also options. So 971 to 1457, that's a pretty darn good deal. Let's do some work like that. So I want to import iron. I want to export iron. I want to import natural gas. I want to sell natural gas. That seems pretty smart, I think. I'm not doing the wool thing anymore. Yeah, iron, natural gas, pineapples. That might help out a bunch. Now that all that has changed, let's see, is there any real standing that needs to be bumped up? We can go to our embassies directly like I have been, or there's actually a diplomacy screen. 198, 61, 62, 77. We're fine. As long as we're above 50, we're fine. There's not a ton of stuff I have to do. Okay, so how many peeps we got here? These are all full up. I would really like to build an office building if we could. Are there any real high schoolers or college? Oh, there's a ton of postgrads that need jobs. Let's turn this down a bit. I think I'm overpaying on a couple of things. Can do little changes here and there. Try to bolster up our economy. Holy crap, I am hemorrhaging the money. So like I said, moving on to another age poses its own difficulties and its own issues, and we're definitely starting to see some of that now. Do we have, like, all of our workers in all the places? Like, are there any farms that are just starting to not have workers at all? No, we're producing all right. Let's check our docks real quick. Not a lot of money, not a lot of expected revenue sitting at the docks, so that's good. What we're getting, we're exporting with fair efficiency. The next thing I would really love is an office. Where was an office? There we are. 13,000. Okay, I gotta wait a little bit more. As we mentioned in earlier episodes, the game will let you spend down to like negative 10,000. After that, it kind of cuts you off. It's like, hey, how about not so much? Ease off, dude. Ease off. There is no bottom to the negative. We can just keep going and going and going negative, and that doesn't change. We just keep going. My word. Is our tourism doing okay? Tourism is such a hit-miss thing to me. That's kind of something that makes it a little scary. This was a lot of infrastructure. A lot of money went into this stuff. So the problem is, if it doesn't turn around and really make that money back, this is where this could be a little problematic. And these cabarets are crazy popular, and they make money. I don't mind that at all. I'd love to build an office as soon as we can. If you're hearing clicking, it's because I'm muting my mic. I've got a mad tickle in my throat. Okay, can I build the office now? No, I need about $5,000 positive before I can build it. And there we go. Boom. So, the office operates on nearby peoples. Whoever's living nearby, that's how it just generates income. A little confusing, for sure. It doesn't really explain very well how it works. Multiple office buildings, however, do not stack. Once a person has quote-unquote visited an office or whatever, they're considered accounted for. So when it really comes down to that, in one of the saves I had, one of the skirmishes, I put like 5 office buildings next to each other. I scrapped out my industry. I was like, I'm done producing cigars or whatever. And I put like 5 or 6 offices next to each other. 2 of the offices were doing great. In the middle of this residential district I had. 2 of them were just bang on amazing. The others were just like barely producing any money, and it was a huge drain on resources and time and everything. And I'm like, okay, I figured it out. Went a little too far on that. So 1 office, maybe 2 here will be enough.
We've been trying to improve flight conditions on the airplanes bringing tourists to Tropico. By keeping the livestock out of the crew compartments, requesting personal hygiene from the flight attendants, and placing seats in the planes, we managed to double flight enjoyment.
Placing actual seats in the planes. Here's a pillow. That's your crash device. Good luck. It also doubles as you can STFU and go to sleep. Have any other concerns? Be sure to not let us know. Okay. Really good housing quality. Where was it? The beauty adds nicely. I think we added a couple of parks. Yeah, in between the geothermal stations. And because the geothermal stations aren't producing any power, or pollution, I mean. Power. They aren't producing any pollution. This works out nicely. Yeah, I think cutting down the cash a little bit helped. The expenditure. Alright, I'm really excited for this. We've got a fair amount of people just right here. Do I need another supermarket? Oh, I do.
Red staplers are officially banned from our newly opened office building. For some unknown reason, they set off the fire detectors there.
Ha! 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 Oh, that's good. It's from Office Space. Was it his name Milton? With his red stapler, give me my stapler. That's funny. I like that. Okay, I would love another supermarket. Because this supermarket is actually maxed out, I realize I need another one. How about just something like this? Actually, I want to build this residential district more this way, maybe. What happened? The game just lagged out for a second there. Lag is not the right phrase, I know. Processing spike, perhaps? Okay. So, this office will have a bunch of people in it. The education level is high school. There's an upgrade that will turn this into college level. And effectiveness is increased by 30. But what this is going to do is this is just going to generate money. It doesn't produce anything. It doesn't, quote-unquote, sell or export anything. It's just how many customers, how much money does it make. So this is actually a solid amount of change right here. If I built another one, as I mentioned before, we would not get the same result. This also doesn't have a maximum, so it's really hard to gauge whether or not I need another one, or I should build another one, or whatever. Let's get another modern apartment. I should have used the edict to try to save a little bit of coin, but that's okay. That goes there. Little small gardens to patch it up a bit. Could probably use another cabaret here. Yep, we're really turning around our money situation. I knew it wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too hard to get stuff figured out. I'm not really a save scum kind of guy, which I could have done. Nope, not doing that.
Those Yankees are
Sure, 2 new military buildings? Why not? Just keep that on the docket. Save scumming, I've mentioned in other games, is when you save a game and reload it over and over and over and over again until you get a desired result. A really good example of that is if you're trying to combat randomness. What's the game? Dune 2. At the very end, House Harkonnen gets the Death Hand missile, which is kind of like their super weapon nuke thing. It's more of a cluster missile, so to speak. But what really happens with that is the attack target is randomized, so you can just save the game whenever you get nuked, just reload it, and force a different result. That's called save
I finally
scumming.
put my foot down and called a plumber in to look at the pipes in the palace. The plumber started crying several times while working, but he told me that it's a good thing I called him, or we would soon no longer have been an island. Apparently, we were losing so much water that the worldwide ocean level was dropping by 2 meters per day.
2 meters a day, wow. We can now build more buildings dependent on water. Awesome. So anyway, while we were deficiting, I was like, well, I could just reload this over and over and over again. That's an option, but I don't really play that way. Home, you don't play that. How is our housing? Okay, so I built a little too much. Is that uneven? Oh, the orientation's just messed up. Okay. I was like, why does that look so weird? No, I'm not demolishing it. Not enough high school students. Oh, so we've actually finished all the research. That actually takes everything off the table. Now, we could say research to money, or free buildings, or Swiss future. These will take all the same amount of time, 45 months. Let's just do research to money. And what ought to happen, I don't know if the research points get turned into cash immediately, or if at the end of the research we get a chunk of cash. I'm not honestly too sure how the timetable works on that. How are we doing on housing? Oh, filled up immediately. That means this is going to be more. Wow, 860. That's brilliant. Let's check our tourism and see how that matches against. Yeah, see, I built all this infrastructure for a lot of touristy stuff. Let's do a tourism campaign. International Summit. Increases all foreign relation by 20 for 5 years. That'll pay itself off because we'll get more donations from the United States or China or Russia or whatever. That'll work out nice. What's the nuclear test? Extort some money from the superpowers. All foreign relations drop significantly. We will not be doing that at all. $1. I just saw $1 right there for a second. Oh, and that changed. So as I mentioned before, the agriculture chain that we've got going on here, a lot of agriculture all throughout the island, that's going to be our slow burn income. That's going to keep us afloat, and while I'm working on newer projects, like for example this office, this is going to give us a lot more of potential income. Wow. Do I need literally like 2 more of these things? I'm tempted to edict and just build 3 more office buildings. Approval rating, how are we doing on that? pretty good. Entertainment and jobs. Wait, how do I have 100 and whatever unemployed? Holy crap. Okay, because I changed the population limit and we're actually getting above 2,000. Oh my word. Okay. Pause. I'm smelling a whole new agriculture setup here, new docks, new housing, new everything. Yeah. For sure. This is the game I want to play, where I actually have to deal with the higher levels of population. Dock. I don't honestly care. Let's get that road cleaned up. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Like I said, roads are iffy in this game. And iffy is polite. Let's get a construction office there. Quick build that. The construction offices aren't going to be used a ton once, after they're built. But I want to get that done. Let's get some roads. And what I need are a bunch of plantations. I need a bunch of exports going. Oh, yeah. This is sweet. Okay. Let's see here. Coffee. Let's add a little bit of a gap there. 1, 4. Because I'll also want Teamster offices. Nope. One more square up. Perfect. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. It's giving me a little bit of a headache. Teamster office. 1, 2, 3 of those. Of course, I'm going to want a ranch so we could do the cow trick. The manure cycling. What is it? I've been calling it the wrong thing all season. Manure fertilizer. Manure cycling better. It sounds a little more professional. I don't know. Okay, in terms of other plantations, we'll get a few more. Oh, I don't think I have really any cotton except that original cotton. So 1, 2. We'll add a right there. And will I be able to road this out? Yep, perfect. Okay, cool. And I wouldn't mind another cotton if we could. Cool. Okay, that adds a nice chunk of industry. I keep using industry and agriculture interchangeably, even though, like I mentioned before, this game discerns them as two different things. Do we have the road? Perfect. Okay. I'm going to cut some space here so we can build our parks. Okay. Let's let the game run a little bit. That's going to be 8, 16, 32, 48, 56 jobs right there. Let's go ahead and large garden. Cool. Residential. All this is going to be residential. Oh, nope. I missed. It's actually genuinely really hard to tell the difference between the parks and the trees after a while. That would be another... Like, if I had any real gripes about this game, that might be another one. Where it's really difficult to try to see if I just want to throw down some parks. Maybe I shouldn't be building so many parks. Actually, that is a valid space for another one. Right? Ooh, cool. There's other layouts for parks as well. I just never really mess with them. Okay. Road right there. Excellent. I'm thinking apartment buildings up and down. Now let's take a quick look at that. Let's just grab some houses here. Aside from the budget, housing quality is 47. Oh, yep, Xavier is fine. Housing quality is 77 with effectiveness of 95. So 77, 95 are kind of the numbers to beat. 89, that's not bad. The effectiveness is okay. So I think it's actually better that we have apartments right next to a road, plenty of beauty around. I think that's a solid call. So, the very second we get a little more coin, I want to wait till about 50,000, we'll call that edict, and we'll start cleaning up a bunch of this. Should I add another dock? I think I should. There's no limit to docks. You can have literally as many as you like. So I want to make sure that we try to reduce congestion as much as possible. So I try to add more docks than I need. As I mentioned before, the one thing we really want to avoid is if we click on a dock and it looks like there's a ton of money just sitting at the dock doing nothing, that's where we'll want to step in and make sure we add more docks, more shipping, more transportation, everything. This is just a slow burn. I'm just going to let that all just sit. Okay. 30, 40,000, that's looking good. Urban development, yes sir. So, residential district is going to go up right about here. Apartments. About... Big ass rock is in the way, which I don't care for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's quite a bit of people right there. I'm also going to need to build out the power infrastructure because I'm going to want to have grocery stores and the like. Right there is good. And I'll need another one, electric substation. Right there. That should do it. So yeah, this is all slow burn project. Our approval rating is going to drop a bit because we have a lot of people that are going to be unemployed. Like we're still working on that. And not as much anymore now that a couple of these built up. Mechanization decreases workers by 2 and increases effectiveness by 20. Let's do that. Still building. Coffee, bean processing, yep. Bean processing, yep. Very cool. Very, very cool. Did I get this one? Not. Yep, just immediately filled all these jobs. This is a lot of extra exports. It's going to be really sweet. It's actually been a while since I built a new agriculture district. What was it, 3 episodes ago, we switched into tourism. And then we shifted gears into power, better apartments, stuff like that, hospitals. Oh, yeah, we can win without shooting. Is this all still full up? Pretty much. Cool. While we have the edict in place, 2 more modern apartments ought to do. Do I have this oriented the right way? I kind of don't care. Bing, bing. What is... Caverns, maybe? Are these cabarets already full up? Pretty much, yeah. How's our hospital? Oh, hey, hello. Have 10 military buildings. I'm very confident I do. 2 free military buildings. Okay, I'll take 2 free military buildings to sedate this one, which is better United States relations. How is my United States relations? 100. Doesn't matter. 100. Let's see here. What can we do at the hospital? Hospitalization wing. Awesome. More capacity, for sure. I can't afford this expense? Now I can. Cool. A little bit of shack action over there. How's this coming along? Filling out kind of nicely. Yeah. So these require poor wealth. These jobs provide poor wealth. This works out really nicely. Easy does, right? Since that's on a road, it already gains whatever bonus it would get. What are you doing? No! Oh my gosh. That's what I was afraid of. It's exactly what I didn't want. Nuke, nuke, nuke. Get this out of here. So, like I said before, overbuilding is what we want. If it doesn't snap to where you want it to, you just have to make sure that it's a little overbuilt. Yeah, so we went a little more to the left, able to connect to the road right there. No problem. No problem. Okay, I would love... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot about an upgrade. This. So this is the cathedral. Remember I said, like, the cathedrals are great because you can get a really nice upgrade called this, Ordination Autonomy. Click. Now instead of 400 visitors, it'll handle 800 visitors, which makes that pretty awesome. What I'll do is build another one up north. And what I could do is I could probably get rid of a lot of the churches and Catholic missions and stuff if we really needed to. I don't really need to, so not that big of a deal. But you can do some micromanagement if necessary. A supermarket right there. Oh, there's a freaking substation there. I forgot. Supermarket, yeah. Another hospital, maybe? Up here? Why not? A newspaper. We haven't built a newspaper in a while. Right there looks good. I also need some entertainment. A cabaret would be good. A casino provides entertainment for richer citizens and tourists in the vicinity. Children can't visit the casino. Okay, sure. Why not? Haven't built one of those yet. I was like, where the hell is my tourism? Right there looks good. Okay, let's get the rest of this cleaned up. I need a religious structure and put it right next to the cabaret. Makes the most sense. Cathedral's gonna be a while, so we'll just wait on that. Speaking of which, 795 of 800. Man, it just went nuts on the religious side, didn't it? How is our housing quality? 88. Effectiveness is 125. Amazing. Yeah, that works out really well. So again, these apartments aren't like 5-star accommodations. They're just apartments. But because we have the area really desirable to be settled, enough beauty, it's not in the middle of any heavy industry, we're taking steps to make people, you know, just want to live here. It's a nice place, you know? It's almost like, yeah, my apartment sucks, but it's got free electricity or something. You know, you just deal with that, and it's like, well, whatever.
Presidente, we have discovered the future. In fact, it will be happening any moment now. Our profits are going to skyrocket once we open a fortune teller booth.
I wasn't paying attention to the money, but it looks like we got some money, so I'll just do that again. Oh yeah, so I just went without explaining. So, the research completed, I can just re-research it again. So this is a neat way to use your end game research and stuff without having to, again, scrap all your stuff and be like, man, I don't even want it. You know, just scrap all that. We don't need research. This is a really clean way to handle research. Just have it go infinite. Now, I did have another place where, yep, mechanization. This is where we would modernize everything to hydroponics, but I do have plenty of edicts in check where I don't want hydroponics. I need more residential, believe it or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I'll do is I'll fill the middle with small gardens. Oh, taverns maybe. This is a perfect place to chuck some taverns. 1, 2, and then small gardens, because taverns also increase their service quality based on beauty. That's an important aspect. I would love that cathedral right about now. Since I'm going to be building out this way, there's going to be a large need for religiosity structures. Yes, religiosity. Yep, that's a word. Don't know if it's a good word, but it is a word. Increase tourism rating by 15 unique. Attracts even more tourists. Well, let's get that built. Let's get the terminals on the same side. Cool. What I would really love, honestly, is like a population density map. Is there such thing? I don't think there's such thing. Current pollution, beauty, tsunami, trees, volcano, crime, safety, electricity, liberty. Yeah, there's no real such thing. What would be really cool is if I could click on it and just walk through and see where there's not enough people, or what have you. What is our population looking like now? 139 unemployment, really? Oh my gosh. I'm going to add another agriculture district, and then what we might need to do is change our immigration policy, because this is getting insane. This is getting a little insane. Pineapple, sugar, tobacco, corn is crap. More coffee. I haven't done cocoa in a while. But let's do coffee. Zoom in just a little bit here. How would this work? Do I need another dock? I probably need another dock. Let's just build another dock. I don't know why I'm asking the questions. Hi. Manure fertilizer? Yes. Did I get all of you? Did. Yeah, see all this congestion right here? This is kind of what I'm talking about. This is kind of becoming a problem. It takes longer and longer for dudes to get their stuff to market. Metro station. That's fine. Let's get a parking lot. There. I don't know why, but when I'm trying to play stuff now, the game is just so hesitant and twitchy. Their metro station there. Their substation right there. Cool. Okay. So, back to stuff. Let's get the road network built out, because your construction workers cannot build stuff if the trucks can't make it to the road. Or to the facility. Hey, I wasn't done. Yep. And we'll do 2 more Teamsters offices. And again, this can all be a really slow burn. I don't need all this stuff instantaneously. This can take its time. Something like that. More coffee, I suppose. Cool. Yeah. Just going gangbusters. All this housing is filling in really nice. As I said before, I'm very much expecting our approval rating to dip. That's definitely going to happen because we're getting a ton of people. They don't have places to live. Sad, sad. And now we've got to figure out where to put the people. Where should the people live? Sorry if you heard that door slam. Gust of wind just took this wind right out of the door. Wind right out of the sails, whatever. Hospital. I want a high school here. High school. Right behind the police station. Seems legit. Okay. We are going to go ahead and build our buffer zone of large gardens. I'll wait a little bit. I don't really know how I want that to pan out. How are we doing on some of our areas here? High rises and all doing good. Let's go ahead and build this out. Hello? There we go. Road seemed non-responsive for a second there. Here's the road here. Okay, hi. Get the camera reaffirmed because can't tell the straight lines if the sensors or if the view isn't straight.
The EU will
F for
not
economy and foreign
anyone
relations
who does
buildings.
not.
Done.
We have reached the EU call center for diplomatic relations. For financial aid, press 1. To try and adopt the euro as your currency, press 2. To complain about the European Union, press 3. To apply for a European grant, press 4. To reach an operator, press 9.
9 isn't an option. So what's the difference between a grant and financial aid? To adopt the euro as the currency. Why not? Let's see what happens. Okay, good chat. Oh, I was just about to click on that. Anyway, what we'll notice is we're going to get some recurring missions. I believe. I want to check this real quick. 27 months. In one of the games I played, it was build a new religious building, get a new religious building for free, and the religious like you 10 relations more, whatever. So it was like, build an original like Catholic mission, because it's a religious building. So build it, and then it's like, hey, here's a free building, and we like you more. And then like in a year or 2 years, I get the mission again. Hey, can you build us a new building? You'll get a free building, and people will like you more. And I'm like, oh, well, I got this free building here. And I place it, and they're like, hey, thanks for the new building. Here's a free building. and the religious like you more. And then it just keeps going. It's just, in 2 years, it's like, hey, can you build a new religious building? And I'm like, okay. Place. And it's like, hey, thanks for that new religious building. Here's a free religious building. It's like, oh, gosh. So we'll get, like, infinite loops like that. Like, we already have... So 2 new military buildings. I already have two free military buildings. Like, I could just build 2 guard towers if I really wanted to. Important note with this infinite loop stuff I'm mentioning, you can't sell anything. You can't sell a building for money. If you demolish it, you demolish it. That's all there is to it. You don't get the money back. You can't cheese the game that way. We'll mess up bean processing. Are these the Teamsters offices? Quick build. Quick build. What is this? The ranch? Quick build. Quick building a lot of the early production stuff is hecka cheap. There's really no reason for me not to if I've got the money. Hey, how you doing? Quick build. So then you might be saying, John, if you're going to just quick build everything, why the hell did you build the construction offices? And my answer to that is shut up. 'Cause I can. Let's see here. Goes out like that. We're overbuilding a little bit in that direction, so we can come up there. Hospital. Let's level you up. Okay. How much unemployment do we have now? I took a huge chunk out of it, and it's still not enough. Wow. Yep, we are going to be an agriculture nation for sure. Now let's talk about pollution. We've got some real red spots here because people create pollution. Farms create pollution. Lots of places create pollution. What we can build is a water treatment facility. I don't remember where the heck it is. There we are. Lowers pollution in the vicinity. This is something that can help combat pollution. Pollution is another thing that just makes it... it's harder on crops. It fouls up the land a little bit. I think people also don't want to live in the residential structures or whatever if there's too much pollution. I'm just going to quick build it. Ding! This has expensive material recycling, increase the effectiveness of construction office, steel mills, vehicle factories, electronics factories in the vicinity by 20. I don't have any of that stuff. But what we'll see is this red should start to taper down a bit over time. What is your problem? Build a museum. That's fair. I haven't built one yet.
I finally managed.
Have 8 welfare and media buildings. Adopt the euro and become its new father.
He says it's fine as long as we give it a loving home.
Adopt the... Wait. Is the euro like a baby? Sure. I think I have that. 50.
EU reward center.
Oh boy. Have your resource prices increased by 30% for 2 years? Press 2. To receive 2 free infrastructure buildings, press 3. To receive 5 million in my Swiss bank account, a yacht, all expenses paid trip to beautiful Caribbean island, press 9. I'm already on a beautiful... yeah, increase resource prices. Awesome. So we adopted the euro, but we still have the dollar, so that's cute. Let's build that museum. I legit have not built a museum yet. Museums... increase the resource points of neighboring research generating structures? Question mark? Does something, and that something is good. Okay, we still have a little bit of availability there, so I'm not super hurried about... The supermarket is weird. I click on it and the map turns green. I don't know what overlay that is. So this is pollution overlay. Based on the structure, right? I clicked on plantation coffee. This is the arability of the land based on the product. So that makes sense. Click on an apartment. Nothing happens. Click on a church. Nothing happens. Just not sure what's up with that. I guess provided area? Oh, that would make sense. Area okay. So it shows the area provided after you build it. Alright, that's doable. That makes sense. Okay, what do we have for unemployment now? 126. Oh my god. More agriculture, I guess. I need about a dozen more Teamster offices and more docks and everything. When we're increasing all of our productivity, it's actually almost a double-edged sword. We're producing more product, which means more stuff needs to get transported out of the country, which kind of blocks up my docks and my exports, right? I've done enough cocoa and coffee, I think, for a while. Let's do corn. I think I need more legitimate foodstuffs. There. There. Ranch, of course. Teamsters offices. 1, 2. Let's do another ranch. Cattle ranches are pretty light on the local ecology. Some of these other ones are a little more rough in terms of how the land is used and utilized. Is there nothing I can really plant here? Let's just do corn. I want to make sure I'm actually generating enough foodstuffs for my peoples. And because we've gone through this far, I wouldn't mind another water treatment plant. This stuff is all green, but it's not going to be green for very long. So just chuck us that there. Oh, maybe that was the power grid, actually. Nope, that was not the power grid. One there. One there. I was thinking of putting the substation inside the church. It'll be like, what would that church be called? Saint Volt? Saint Ohm? Oh, it could be Saint Ohm. Like when you're chanting, Ohm, Ohm. Get it? Get it? Saint Ohm. Oh man, the power of the voltage compels you. I am a dork. Yep. You vaulted into Dork Central. Congratulations. I don't have any construction offices over here, and they're coming all the way from wherever. Get 2 new construction offices just right here. And quick build. Quick build. Awesome. I probably need way more residential. Oh, Nelly, I do. We're coming to the part of the game where playing on the fastest speed can be a little dangerous. Because we've increased our population cap, we're getting a lot more immigrants in a very, very short amount of time. That makes this really difficult for me to kind of keep up. Not like that's a bad thing. At all. It's not a complaint. Just saying, like, there's a lot of moving parts. How soon until... money? 2 months. Okay. 242. We're at 242 right now. I want to see if there's, like, a massive jump, like $50,000 or something. 250, 262, 256. So right around there. 263,
Presidente, we
269.
have discovered the future.
Okay, I didn't get a huge boost of cash, so it must be a continuous thing. And just... oh, I can't queue it like that. Okay. Anywho. At a minimum, if it pays for the research costs, maintaining the research facilities and some, then I think it'd be worth it. Okay. Let's do a little creative get around this rock nonsense. Something like that. Where is the road? Nope, not there. Transformer in the way. Nope. Oh my word. Oh, there's a freaking park in the way. Haha, I knew it. Okay, that links up nicely. Hello? That links up nicely. Don't make me take back what I said, jerk. Okay. How's the church doing? Hey, guess what? Autonomy. And upgrade. Upgrade. The police budget is still pretty maxed out. Actually, I just saw a whole mess of... hold on. There we go. Do I not have a police station here? Huh, I actually really don't. I need a police station right here. There we are. Boop. Cool. We've been doing some pretty solid managing so far, I think. We haven't had any real rebellions or anything. How many rebels do we have? Rebel incursions, like 3? Did I not build the museum? What in the world is taking this thing so long? Housing is still good here. Still have some open areas, but I wouldn't mind to get a little bit more of that polished off urban development. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got the stuff for it. Why not? I don't have any religious structures here. I think I'll want a cathedral. What else? What have we got for fun? I'm already building a museum. Don't need a casino. Let's get an opera house. Haven't built an opera house yet. Right there looks good. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, water treatment plant. That's a fun entertainment. Yeah. Okay, I already have enough of that. Just let that sit for a while. The construction zones. Oh, they're right here.
Elections are coming.
Yep, Xavier Megacycle will do the job. We've had very good approval ratings for a majority of the game. Cool, so we have our museum. The museum requirement here just disappears. Oh, field trips. Increase effectiveness of all high schools in the vicinity. Okay. I forgot if that was just high schools or if that was all research point generating structures. But now I know. Oop, I forgot the upgrades on that third geothermal. Do we have any landlords available? Oh, I just saw one. Hold on. Landlord. Yoink. Housing quality improves. Yeah, housing quality, 100. That's exactly what I want. Let's see here. Already did the autonomy upgrade. In here, any more landlords? Lots of good stuff here. Money grubber, increased budget by 5%. Stolen money goes to Swiss bank account. Effectiveness and maximum budget increased. Budget of managed building reduced by 20%. I might actually change out some of my dynasty members. 600,000 Swiss in the bank. That's amazing. Okay, manure fertilizer. Manure fertilizer. Let's get all these upgrades. Oh, no! No, 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 no. No, that's not at all what the button I wanted. Nope. Nope. Bad. Bad. Demolish. 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 Oh, what else did I screw up? I don't think I actually had many... Oh, my God. Oh, I screwed up so bad. That's not the button I wanted to push. Usually the Modernize All button is on the bottom. These won't work at all because I have a mandate in place stating such. Okay, let's get all the boo-boos fixed. Corn. You know, like nothing ever happened. I should be like a good YouTuber and be like, well, we're placing these corn plantations for the very first time. Oh, wink. The wink sells it every time. Wink. Corn. Corn. Corn.
We have an opportunity to...
Nope, no election fraud. Haven't needed it so far. There are some more difficult games where that is a bit more of a requirement that you'll need it. Complete. I can't use it while organic crops are in place. I think we're clean after this.
The election results are in.
72%. Wonderful. Boop. Boop. Okay. Anywhere else? I didn't build corn until like mid-game-ish, so I'm not super worried about it. I think we got it all fixed. Okay. All we need to now do is let them get built, go through the upgrades, and make sure all that gets settled. We're sitting on a significant chunk of change, way more than we had when we started the episode. So I'm really happy with how things are panning out. Yeah, let's just call it right here. It probably won't take long for us to get our 500,000, but I do want to do a little bit more tweaking and experimenting before we call this the season. So, thanks again. Name's John Megacycle. Another episode of Tropico 5 is in the books. Thanks again for joining me. And I hope to catch you... There we go. Hope to catch you... Hold on. There we go. That's a cool shot. And I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.